so much for joining us here on Valley por Vida. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. And guys, I'm so excited about today's show because, as you can see, I'm joined by someone very special in the studio. And, you know, he has a face that you've recognized because you've seen it all over social media, YouTube, all over the place for his hard work. We are talking about Rudy Juarez III. And oh my gosh, your career is like a mile long, like all the achievements you've had. So we're so excited that you took time out of your busy schedule to be here. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
Yes. Okay. So first of all, I'm just like, wow, you're in the Valley because you've been traveling so much for your career. So how has it been to be back in the Valley? Tell us about what you've been up to.
It's been great to be here with family and to enjoy Mexican food down here.
Oh yeah.
Because being out in Spain and Norway and Kansas and Illinois and Florida, we don't have, Valley Mexican food, so
oh, yeah.
It's been great.
This is home.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you got to tell us about that. You've been traveling so many places in the Valley, in the United States, and then internationally as well. So where have you been exactly, and what did you do at each of those places?
So I was here at TSC after high school. I went to Hannah, and I tried out for a JUCO, a junior college out in Florida, in South Florida, when I was working for Disney World.
Wow.
So I made it. I was there for a summer, and then I got a scholarship to go to Illinois, and I was there for 2 years, and then I transferred to Kansas, where I was there for 4, and that was this past fall. And then right after that, I went back to Disney for a week. Then I left to Spain.
Wow.
Was there for 3 months, and I went to Norway, was there for 3, and now I'm back. And I'm about to leave again in like 2 days.
I figured because I'm like, we got to get him in the studio ASAP. He's going to leave. He's always somewhere. So this is insane to me. You're just always on the go, always so busy, and we love that. So tell us, what made you choose this career to begin with? I mean, you have so many talents, but I know that this holds a true passion for your heart.
So growing up, I love football. I used to play all the Madden games. I used to play NFL Blitz on PSP. I always watched football, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it, but I didn't get to play it growing up.
Yeah.
So when I got old enough, I quit boxing and decided to chase it. And even though I didn't play football in high school, I chased it to try and play in college, ended up making it, and then it was just a journey from there on out to try to play in college and then becoming a starter and doing all that and breaking all types of records with the school I was at, becoming a 3-time conference champ.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And I ran track also, and I also did competitive cheer for 2 years in college. So I was a 3-sport athlete in college.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I could barely even do one. Actually, I didn't even do one. That's insane. I can only imagine like the discipline to have gotten to that point. So talk to me about that, because you can't just wake up one day and say, I'm going to do this, and then, but you have to apply yourself. You have to make so many sacrifices, and maybe sometimes we don't see that. We just see like the success, the top of the mountain, right? But you've worked so hard to get to this point. So what has that journey been like?
So, the biggest thing is how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Everyone wants to play football.
Yeah.
And in college, all the best high school athletes go to college to play, and not all of them play. And so for me, being someone that didn't even play in high school, I was a bench warmer. I never saw the field.
Wow.
It was like, I was always hungry, so I always worked on my off time. And instead of studying, I'd go to the gym. So I was always working towards my goals, and I never stopped. And it was a long journey, but it paid off.
Here you are.
Yeah, the moment I got my first carry, I scored a 50-yard touchdown on my first carry at Bethel. So that's when I was like, all right, this is for real, for real.
You know what? You beat me to the next question. I was going to ask you, what was the moment in your career so far, you're going to have many of them, but so far that you thought, oh my gosh, I actually did it. I'm here. I'm doing what I love. Is there a moment that stands out to you? Was it that moment, or was there another one?
So before that, it was practice squad out in Illinois.
Okay.
And then I played my first year, but I only played special teams. So I played kickoff. I led my team in kickoff tackles. So then I transferred to Bethel because Lindenwood, Belleville closed. So I transferred to Bethel, and it was on my first carry. Yeah.
Wow.
I scored a touchdown. The stadium is the most packed it had ever been in the 4 years I've been there.
Yeah.
And they were hearing my name from Brownsville, Texas.
Wow.
The crowd was roaring. It was absolutely insane. And that's when I was like, all right,
this is real.
And then I went back on kickoff, made the tackle, and then every time I touched the ball, that's why they call me the Flash. Every time I touched the ball was a big play or a touchdown.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was
That
a lot of
is
fun.
so cool. Okay, so the Flash, when did that come at that moment in your career, or earlier on, or you were always like super fast, or how did that come about? Because now it's like a part of your identity and your brand. We love it.
So I was always fast, but not like I am now.
Yeah.
It was just with starting to work out and the way I worked out. It happened at Bethel, and they just started calling me that. Because I liked the flash, and I wore flash socks, and they just, every time I touched the ball, it was like a bolt of lightning out there. So after I scored a touchdown in the scrimmage, and then in practices, and in the first game, it just stuck. And so that's what I was called.
Wow, that's insane. Well, we're going to give everyone your social media in a bit, but I follow you on social media, and I remember seeing a story on Instagram, and you were like on the treadmill, just a regular day, working out, just training, whatever, and you were like so fast on there. I'm like, that's a regular day for you. Like, it's beyond belief how hard you work for this. So it's incredible. I love watching it. It's so beautiful for sure. And a lot of people do, like you said, scream your name out. They're looking to you because you're positively representing Texas and your hometown. So like, how has that been, like, just emotionally, to know that people have really supported you and to know that you've done that because of your hard work?
It's amazing. I mean, my biggest thing is showing people what's possible with hard work. So everything I do, I tell people, hey man, you can do it.
Yeah.
If you really want it, you can put in that work, and you gotta be consistent. It's gonna be hard, but if you really want it, you can make it happen. Because if I can do it, anyone can do it. It's just a matter of how bad you want it. So it's amazing of just talking to people and be like, man, because of you I started working out, because of you I started doing this. It's been great. And to have people back here at home and other places in the United States and now around the world to support me in what I do and living out my dream and traveling the world, it's amazing, and it's a blessing to me.
Yeah.
Hard work pays off.
That's exactly what you're doing, is carrying out your dream. Now I want to be a professional football player. just kidding. I can never do what you do, but this is so cool. And you said, it's a blessing, and I know that you have prayed about this, and you look to God and your family for support. And how has that been? The family support, also your faith, and just using those two as your rock, because I know it gets challenging out there, but those things are your rocks, and they keep you going, right?
Yeah, I mean, family support's been big. My mom supporting me has been huge.
Always.
So she's been there since the beginning. Luis and Lizette Rosales have believed in me since the beginning. I mean, there's people there that have always pushed me and believed in me, even like there was a 0% chance of me making it to college or not. Literally like zero. Because as it is, for a high school athlete to go to college, it's like 1%.
Wow.
So, and to even play, it's even less than that. So for me to do what I did and then right away continue on and to have the support I do, it is amazing.
Yeah.
And with God, I mean, anything's possible. It hasn't always been, all ups. There's been a lot of downs, a lot of doubts. I mean, you have to tell yourself, like, I can do this. I can do this. I believe in myself. Through God, I can do anything. And even through, I tore my knee, my ACL, both my meniscus, my senior season.
Yeah.
I came back from my COVID year, but with him, I was able to really focus on that. And it was a blessing to have Augie Melendez also in my corner. He's a head athletic trainer at Incarnate Ward.
Okay, wow.
So I was doing some rehab here in Texas, and a lot of it on my own, and just researching, asking questions, asking Augie questions, asking my trainer back in Bethel questions, Brooke. And it was hard, but I came back in 6 months, fully cleared, and I ran the track meet 2 days later, just cause. And
I don't feel like you're real. Wow.
So, yeah, it's great. Through the good and the bad, it's been great.
Absolutely.
And it continues to be that.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of people look up to you. Plus, I feel like our moms are always our #1 fan. So your mom is probably your #1 fan, and then all the rest of us. But you have, again, amazing family that supports you, and we love that, and fans that look up to you. And speaking of the challenges, because we all go through ups and downs, like you said, it's not always been easy. What do you think has been the most challenging thing to get over, or at least when, like, on the toughest days when you're like, I don't feel like getting out of bed, I don't feel like doing this? What pushes you? What's the thing that gets you going and keeps you going? Because I know we all can relate to that, but you're a superstar. We want to know how you do it.
So, I mean, it's like everyone else. I'll wake up and I'll be like, man, I'm sore. Man.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe today I don't. Like, nah, I need to. Because if I don't work, someone else will work to take my place. And that's the way it is. Whether it's here, whether it's overseas, there's limited opportunities. So someone is working and they'll replace you real quick.
Yeah.
So if you're not at the top of your game, you gotta be, because they'll replace you.
Yeah.
And so for myself, just with who I am, always having that chip on my shoulder, it's like I gotta work for myself. and for my dreams, and of course for the teams I play for, because they believe in me enough to bring me over there and pay me and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. While you're sleeping, someone else is working, so might as well get up and follow your dreams anyway.
Yep.
And speaking of your teams, how has that been? You guys are pretty much a big football family, right?
Yeah. It all started with me, but yeah.
Wow, that's insane. So do you guys like hang out on the weekends? You guys like train together, support each other? Like, how has that camaraderie been to be a part of a football team like that in real life, but also professionally?
It's been great. It's crazy being in another country and seeing how much people love football.
Wow.
Like out in Spain and Norway,
Yeah.
how much they love it, and they're always like, hey Rudy, let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go train. I mean, they're amazing people, they're great people, and the coaches are great people as well, great coaches. So it's been really cool, a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
So I've had a lot of experiences that I've absolutely loved already being over there.
Wow. Yeah, that's so cool. I like to think I'm a traveler, but now I'm like listening to where you've been, I'm like, no, I need to see the world. So it's amazing to see all the amazing places that you've been at. It's so cool. And so if there's anyone that's watching that's thinking, oh my gosh, I want to be like him one day, like he inspires me, what do you think is the greatest piece of advice that you can share? Because I know a lot of people have passed down advice to you, and there's probably a whole list worth, but what's something that stood out to you that you think might help someone else?
Do what you love. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Do what you love and love what you do, and everything will come along with it. So for me, I mean, that was the biggest thing. It's like, I want to play football, and I got the opportunity to go somewhere around the world. They pay for everything, they pay me, and I get to travel the world for free, and when does that opportunity ever come up?
Yeah.
And I could play all year round too. Wow. So that's the biggest thing. I get to travel all year round playing the sport I love.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a job for eating. I could take that job. Just kidding. We love that so much. And also we follow you on YouTube, not only on social media, and that's so cool because you show us behind the scenes sneak peeks at like what you're doing on your day-to-day life. And I think it's so fun not to see just the training and the professional aspect, but I'm like, what is he doing on the weekends? Like, where is he hanging out with his friends? Like, it's just we get invested in your life, and that's how we become fans of yours. So tell us what that YouTube experience has been like, because you're quite the influencer. So
YouTube's always been a part of my life. I mean, growing up, playing Call of Duty, I was always like, I want to be like these guys, like Optic Gaming and FaZe. And so I always uploaded little YouTube videos, made YouTube channels, and one day it just kind of stuck because I've always been competitive. So I was ranked #1 in the world in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And then Ultimate Tenkaichi before that.
Things we didn't know about you.
Yeah, so I was a big gamer before I was playing football.
Yeah.
And my YouTube blew up, 18,000, 17,000 subscribers. And
wow.
So I have a lot of people that still follow me from back then, from 6, 7 years ago, and they're like, man, because of you I started working out. Like they saw kind of the journey through the very beginning. So that's been a crazy blessing to have people from back then kind of follow along and still comment like, man, I've been here since the Dragon Ball days.
One.
Yeah, so and they're like, because of you I started working out, I started chasing my dreams, I saw you do it. So that's really why I post, to show people like everything I'm doing is possible. Yeah,
be relatable to us. Yeah, that's so cool. You have 18,000. I need like 18,000 to like match you because I don't have any. This is amazing. We love following you so much, and you're on social media. You're on Facebook, Instagram. Where exactly can we follow you? What's your handle? Because we want to keep up with your life.
So JRZ Sayin, and it'll be on YouTube, Instagram.
A lot of places. You're all over the place. Yeah, you are, because I follow you there too.
So, yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. I post everything, all the workouts, all the traveling, and then I'll be posting everything in Australia, because I'll be going to Australia here soon. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. This is so exciting. I know you're excited, but I think we're like also even more excited just to see what's going to happen in your life. So amazing. Well, you want to take this opportunity to look at the camera and just invite everyone to continue following you, keeping up with your journey, and just continue supporting you, because we've got your back for sure. Yeah, guys, chase your dreams, your goals, your dreams, chase them. Do what you love and love what you do. And no matter what, always believe in yourself, because it's possible. I promise. Hard work pays off. Very cool. Well, couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here and out of your travel schedule. Crazy, you're just gonna be like here one day, but you know what? You always take time for our Valley community, and we love that. So thanks for inspiring everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you too. Absolutely. All right. Well, all his information is gonna be on screen there, so be sure to give him a follow, like he said. And we'll see you next time here on Valley por Vida. Bye.